What can I say about Captain America? Cap, cap, cap. Well, it's in the name. People will say cap because when I see Captain America, all I see is diving bitch. That's all I see. He is one of the tanks that I've seen so far that's ever been a diver. And I never seen someone that fast be slimy to get away. I don't know how's that possible. I don't know. Even when we're jumping him, he has managed to flee the scene, run away fast as he can, sprinting nonstop. There's no cool down on him, sprinting wise. And I used him before. It's crazy. It's insane. But I don't understand how he gets away when he's literally low health and finna die just to get away that quickly. I don't understand. I don't understand it. And I don't like his playstyle to come at the healers. I don't like that because if there's only one tank and you're doing that, you're affecting the whole team, right? Especially on both sides. If it's on my team or their team. If you're the only tank that plays Captain America, have another tank. My advice. Seriously, no joke. Have another tank because most of the time, Captain America is a diver and will dive in the back line to get the healers out and target them most of the time. They will come up behind you and sneak around too. So it's kind of like how Black Panther is, but he's more like a tank. So it takes time for him to get him dead because he's a tank. So I feel like jumping him will make sense in sort of sense. But when you have like Black Panther with it, it is horrible. It takes too much time and it wastes too much time for your team and mine because it can affect everyone. So, how I feel about him, I don't like him. I don't like him being as my tank. He's weak. It takes time. I don't think he's the best offense tank. You need another tank to help him. So I feel like his kit needs to be stronger with his DPS. But other than that, he's a diving tank, and that's all I can say. Cloak and Dagger. Now, Cloak and Dagger is my third main in Marvel Rivals. And I got her Lord on my second try. She's my second Lord, and she is my third main. Now, I feel like Cloak and Dagger individually is easy. They're the only healers that are good and easy to learn. But Master, it takes time to learn. And I will tell you why. Most of the time, when you play Cloak and Dagger, yes, there's two people in one. You're mostly going to be Dagger most of the time. Dagger is the white girl right in front of you. So Cloak is more like a DPS, scaring people off, helping your team avoid with counters, with ultimates and all of that to avoid the way and fearing people. So Cloak is mostly doing the damaging and Dagger's mostly doing the healing. And she does do damage, but it's not as strong as Cloak is. So, but I feel like it takes time. I feel like most people don't know how to perfect Cloak and Dagger because, again, their kit is based on switching back and forth. So I feel like their kit is fine. I just feel like Cloak needs more kits. He needs more. If we're going to be honest, no one plays him for that long. I feel like he needs to add some type of heal base. If that makes sense. Like if he can heal himself or heal the teammates at the same time, just DPSing, I feel like it makes sense because then it has some type of balance for Cloak to be like, okay, I can use Cloak too for healing and doing damages instead of just like, oh, I can use the fear power to blind people of the enemy team. Then you can use it if you're far back and switch. It can heal them at the same time with my allies instead of just having fearing them by itself and you switch back to dagger to try to help your teammates to heal. I feel like it makes sense that way. So I won't have to concentrate trying to switch back and forth because if you master their perfection of switching, you will get it down. And I do it perfectly and I do it fine. And I mostly play Cloak and Dagger on rank and on quick play most of the time. At least right now, she is one of my mains that I support the most. She's my support that I support the most. Well, I like their character because it's both of them, but I feel like their kits need something more. I know they nerfed their ultimate recently like a few times and buffed it with the 4 dashes to the 3. I know they did all of that. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the stacking didn't make sense to me to take away. I feel like it was fine. It's just they only did it because they had the 3 meta supports and people was abusing it and it was annoying. It happens, but it works. But unfortunately, they abused it. So I feel like Cloak needs more kits to help the team instead of just being a DPS on his side and just having more healing on both sides instead of just one at a time. Because I feel like it needs to balance Cloak because you're mostly going to be Dagger most of the time anyway. That's pretty much how I feel. Doctor Strange. How do I feel about Doctor Strange? I played him a few times. I feel like he needs his portal to be a lot lower because I feel like it takes too long for the cooldown. I feel like it needs to be lower. Maybe about 70 seconds. I feel like it makes sense that way because 145 seconds for the portal cooldown, it takes away so much. It needs to be faster, if I have to be honest. I feel like the portal takes too long on a cooldown. It needs to be lower. I don't feel like 70 makes for it. But how I feel about him as a tank, I feel like he works in some cases. I feel like it works on both sides. Some people will ban him, but it's not most of the time. I feel like he's very good on tank and very good on rank, if we're going to be honest. Quick play is like, it's iffy on quick play, but mostly on rank, if you have a good Doctor Strange, they're really good. It works for the team and they can carry and they can push the team forward and I can depend on getting protected from Doctor Strange. I don't think I have no issues with him. I just feel like it's just his kit takes too long with his portal. And that's pretty much the only issue. I feel like his tank is fine. He's very strong. And if you know how to use him, I feel like he's actually going to be worth being on your team. So that's pretty much how I feel about Doctor Strange.